I'm going to share with you another part of the framework, which is offers and sales. What does offers and sales mean for public health entrepreneurs? Greetings, everyone, and thank you for joining me on this episode. On this podcast, we discuss topics or explore topics of interest at this intersection of public health and entrepreneurship. My name is Dr. Charlotte Huntley, and I'm excited that you've decided to join me on this episode. I am a public health entrepreneur, and I have over 25 years of experience in healthcare and in public health, and I've supported a lot of entrepreneurs along the way. On this episode, we're going to answer the question, what does offers and sales really mean for public health entrepreneurs? Now, this is a part of a series where I'm sharing with you a framework that I coach from that I've used from years ago when I was doing one-on-one coaching all the way through my current clients and our mastermind group program. I teach from this framework, which is really directly correlated with how you're able to accomplish your goals in your business. It's really directly related to some of these overlapping areas. So the previous episode, if you missed that, make sure that you go back to it because I talked about marketing and lead generation. On this episode, I'm going to share with you another part of the framework, which is offers and sales. So people have all sorts of feelings around sales and offers and the process of selling, which we'll get to later. But for right now, I want to really peel back what that means and make sure that we're on the same page, because as we move into the new year, I will be sharing a lot on this podcast around these areas of my strategy to help you accomplish your goals in your business. Okay. What does offers and sales mean for public health entrepreneurs? Well, offers are specific packages, products, or services you present to potential customers. They're the what, using quotes here, you're actually selling and how you structure it to attract the buyers. So your offer is really your solution to whatever that problem is. It's what you're selling. Here are some components of an offer, just to be really clear. The main product or service, what they get. It could be the price, what they pay or invest. How is it delivered? The format or timeline. Another component of the offer is, are there any bonuses or extras included? Another component of an offer are the terms and conditions. So these are all components of the offer. An offer needs to have all of these parts. Here are some examples of offers, and I may be making this super elementary, but I think that a lot of people can appreciate the clarity. And again, I want to make sure we're on the same page so that when I talk about these things in future episodes, you understand where I'm coming from. So some examples of offers. A health coach might offer 12-week wellness program, including weekly coaching, meal plans, and a private support group for $997. That's an offer. Here's another example. A workplace wellness consultant, which I use workplace wellness consultant in the previous episode as well. So a workplace wellness consultant can offer might be a corporate health assessment plus an action plan plus 3 months of implementation support for $5,000. That's an offer. Has all of those components that we talked about earlier. Another example, a public health educator may offer 6-month community health initiative, including monthly workshops, resource materials, and impact reporting for $25,000. It's another example of an offer. You see how the different components that I described are represented in those offers, right? So sales, shifting over to the sales part of this conversation, is the actual process of presenting your offer to potential clients, handling their questions and concerns, guiding them through to make a decision, completing the transaction, and then onboarding them as a client. All of that is a part of the sales process. So, for example, a typical sales process may look like initial consultation to understand the needs, or an exploratory call or discovery call, they're often referred to as. It may also include presentation of your solution. So you have the initial consultation, better understand their needs. You present them with your solution. You address their concerns, answer questions, discuss the investment or the price, and you get to an agreement. And then there's signing of the contract. They sign the contract, you sign the contract, and then you start the work. That's an example of a typical sales process. And a lot of you are familiar with that, right? That's something that's kind of second nature. Maybe it's really never been broken down quite that detail, but some of you may be thinking, oh, maybe you appreciate the breakdown of this process. Again, this is a part of the framework that I coach from. So sometimes clients that I've coached with one-on-one or in our mastermind program, there's a lot of cloud around the offer. Or maybe the offer you started out with is not really the offer you want to continue with. And how do you fine tune that and craft a better offer? Sometimes that's where a lot of my clients get a little stuck, and we spend some time brainstorming and working through that. And then the actual sales process. Like I said, some people have all sorts of feelings about the sales process. I think that it's an exciting process because it's an opportunity for you to provide your solution to a customer or client and solve their problem. And it's a win-win when it's a good match. All right. So stay tuned, because I'm going to share another part of our framework in the coming episode. And they're broken down because I want you to think about each of these processes, and I want to be able to refer back to them, and I want you to be able to come back to them easily to make sure that, like I said, we're all on the same page and you can get the most out of this podcast. I am grateful, truly grateful for the opportunity to share these strategies with you on this podcast. If you're enjoying these episodes on the podcast, then please share them with your network. It helps our podcast to grow, which helps us to continue to make this a freely available resource. It's not free because we put a lot into putting these episodes together, but we do make it freely available. So if you are enjoying these episodes and finding value, then please share with your network. You can share directly from the app that you're listening in right now, or you can simply share our website, which is publichealthentrepreneurs.com. All right, everyone. Until next time, have a fantastic rest of your day.